Hello, my name is Robert Michael Archibald. My YouTube channel is Service to Our Nation. The reason why I'm starting this YouTube channel is to create an environment, a community of like-minded people like myself who are very worried about our democracy and the current state of our government. I think America is having a huge awakening right now, myself included, on how our government works, the importance of quality people being in the positions that, make decisions that influence our lives, that affect our lives. I'm new to politics. I never paid any attention at all until the pandemic hit. And then the pandemic hit, they shut my restaurant down and sent me home and told me to get on unemployment, which I'd never been on unemployment before. And I was like, what the hell is going on, right? What's going on with our country? So I started watching the news. I started watching CNN, Fox, all your cable news channels, and just learning. I literally didn't know that CNN was left-leaning and Republican was Fox. I didn't have any idea. Then the insurrection happened about a year later, and that was just too much for me. The insurrection was too much for me to handle. And about a year after that, I stopped watching cable news. At the beginning of 2023, I completely stopped watching I completely stopped watching cable news, any of the media. I turned it all off, and I still to this day, 95% of what I listen to, if I hear that, I turn it off. I don't want to hear it because I just realized that, it's all controlled by the billionaire owners, the advertisers, and them wanting to influence how you vote and what you see so that it affects their bottom line monetarily. I wanted some objective information. I started on YouTube. I'm a YouTube guy. I live on YouTube. And so I started watching the Midas Touch Network. The two lawyers on the Midas Touch Network are so informed, and it was so refreshing to hear some honest delivery on the facts, the intersection of law and politics, and how our country works, and how badly Donald Trump was just corruptly just trying to corrupt our institutions and undermining the rule of law. Our country's never seen anything like it. So I started to, I still have been watching the Midas Touch Network, Brian Tyler Cohen, the David Pakman Show, and just learning. And I've really become a part of the community. And politically, I have zero preference. I am dead in the middle. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not anti-Republican. I truly reside right in the middle. And I just love our country. I love this nation. This is the greatest place in the world. We are all so incredibly lucky to live here. Don't listen to anyone that tells you America is not great or that we're a nation in decline. Ridiculous. This is the best place in the world. I love my nation. Republicans, Democrats, independents, it doesn't matter to me. We're all Americans, and we all need to rally together, circle the troops, come together and engage in our democracy, engage in how our government works, and get quality people in there making good decisions. It's very important to me that I relay that to you, that I have zero preference to political party. A quick example of how out of touch these billionaires are. Senator Mark Kelly went to Ukraine last week. He visited the hospitals. He visited some of the war zones. He talked to the nurses and the injured. And while he was there, Donald Trump decided to stop the funding to Ukraine, their military funding. 2 days later, he decided to stop sharing military intelligence. And for the next 3 days, Russia continued and started to bomb more than they'd bombed in months, with a higher success rate. More people being injured and killed because of Donald Trump's negligence. This does not get talked about enough. How many people have died under his watch? The pandemic, the plane crashes. It doesn't get talked about enough. Capitol Police officers. Mark Kelly, after he left, on his way home, after he returned, he sent out a couple tweets talking about what he saw, the effect of President Trump's decision to stop the funding and stop and withhold intelligence information, and how he did not agree with it and that it was damaging. Well, Elon Musk tweeted back one word: traitor. Traitor? Really? Real quick, Mark Kelly, senator of the great state of Arizona, my home state, 25 years in the Air Force, battle-tested pilot. 15 years as a NASA astronaut, and now he serves his country as a senator. You could not find a better example of a patriot and a true American who serves his country, and he's still doing it. And Mark, thank you for your service to our great nation. Thank you. It just goes to show, I think it's a really good example of how out of touch these billionaires are, how they don't understand what makes our country grow. It's the men and women that get up and go to work every day and pay their taxes. It's the middle class people that make this country go, that built this country. They are literally trying to tear down our democracy. They're literally trying to tear down the foundation that provided them everything. Why? I'll tell you why. Their insatiable greed for money and power. They all have the same sickness. The more they get, the more they want. This insatiable desire for greed, this insatiable greed for money and power. It's disgusting. It really is. And it's not what America is about. America is better than that. Right now they're firing thousands of government employees. They're going after females and people of color, trying to maintain this white workforce. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. America is so much greater than that. That is not the mentality that built this country, and it is not going to work. They're going to do a lot of damage. They're going to do a lot of damage, but America is going to hold. Our courts are going to hold, and America is waking up. You were bamboozled, Republicans. You guys were lied to. He hasn't upheld one campaign promise. But there is one statement he made on the campaign that just sticks in my head. He said, "I don't care about you. I just want your vote. I don't care." And it's the only time I've heard him be honest. He overpromises and under-delivers on everything. Like I said, the January 6th was too much for me. I've been searching the internet high and low for years. There is zero evidence of election fraud in the 2020 election. Zero. There's nothing. Not one who, what, when, where, and how he was cheated. That would make any type of, that would be significant enough to sway the election. There's nothing. It's just a big lie. And now he just released 1,500 convicts, people that were there on that day. This is insanity. America is so much better than this. And we're going to move past this. We're going to make it through it. And they're going to do a lot of damage, but our courts will hold. America's going to hold. And America is waking up to this con man's vision of autocracy and Russia-like government. Again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not anti-Republican. I love our country, and I just want to see our nation come together and our government be healthy again. Both parties have to work together. One hand washes the other. You cannot cut off one hand. So I hope you like my perspective. I hope that you are like-minded and relate to what I'm saying. This is just the beginning. I'm going to continue to bring objective information. Please leave your comments. Leave a like if you're so inclined. My name is Robert Michael Archibald. This is Service to Our Nation. Deuces.